Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to how do you treat people who take advantage of you? Lakhani and Hindu Academy. I've been kind of curious about this because this is very much a potential problem. When you're being genuine, you're being nice, how do you handle people like this? I will say for me, I'm an eye for an eye kind of person, kind of. Like if you treat me bad, I'm not gonna intentionally treat you bad, but I'm going to make you suffer. Meaning I'm gonna be slow. Like if you need something, I'm like, no, can't do it. Kind of deal. I'm not gonna give up anything that's mine to make your life easier, just because of how you treat people, just because of how you treated me. Um, but I'm not gonna intentionally treat you bad. So if it's something that's mine and you had no right to it in the first place, I'm not gonna give it to you. If it's something like if you want advice and stuff, I probably would give it to you just because again, you are the issue. But of course, you want to be able to convince people to say, not act the way they act and try to be friendlier and whatnot. But then there are some people out there who, regardless, will be like that anyway. So, anyways, I'm kind of curious as to what the person, I believe is Lakhani, has to say about this. Let's go to give this video a shot.
Look, look, we are thinking human beings, okay, thinking animals. So we must, and please remember, the world is not geared here for your own convenience. It's a very jagged, very cruel, very hurtful world that we live in. There are always, people. Even though we say spirit underpinning everybody, there are people who you have to be aware of. For example, my mentor Ramakrishna said, look, you can say there's a God in the tiger. Of course there's a God in tiger spirit, but you don't go and embrace the tiger, thus he'll have you for lunch. So you put him behind bars and then go, namaste, there is God in you, but keep away. In the same way, I'm saying you'll meet human beings who can be genuinely sincere and good, require, if you like to help, please help. At the same time, you will meet so many more individuals who are out for their own private, personal, need requirements, and they are suspect. So who chooses? I can't come and check for you, but you think for yourself. This is the beauty of this tradition. Think for yourself. If you think somebody is taking advantage of you, surely you must withdraw, because your spirit religion says that, look, don't undermine your dignity, your rational faculty, saying somebody is taking me for a ride, and I say, let me carry on, because spirit, what spirit? You are spirit too. So show your spirit by, in a way, interacting very, very robustly, saying, I will only help if I feel this is the right thing to do, otherwise I'll withdraw, hold my hands and withdraw. Have the ability to do that.
Okay, so yeah, for sure. Obviously, my initial treatment to all people is all the same. I don't know you, so I don't exactly trust you completely, but it's a buildup of trust, buildup of friendship, buildup of a relationship. How that relationship turns out, it's all up to you. I like to believe the opposite of what he said, that there are more good people in the world than there are bad. But that's to say, like 51% good people and 49% bad people. That's still majority good, but it's almost like good, bad, good, bad. It's like that's too many. I think there's probably like, I don't know. It's really hard to say what percentage are good, but I think generally there are more good people than bad in the world. Even the people who do bad things sometimes are good, and what I mean by this is sometimes they do it out of necessity, like they're trying to survive. It's not the right thing to do, but some do that because that's their only option. I'm not saying that's okay, but I can kind of feel a little bit now. This is a minority group of people, a very small minority group who has to do this. I'm not saying I'm not saying that to make an excuse for people to do bad things, but it's more along the lines of that I do understand there are some very few people out there that has to do this. It's not right. They shouldn't do it, but I understand why. But the overwhelming majority of people who do bad things do it for bad reasons, not because they have to, but because it's easy. It's a way out. So, yes, and obviously, if there's someone treating you bad, saying, hey, look, you either don't say anything and you just kind of step away slowly, just ignore them, or you can tell them up front, like, hey, look, I don't like the way you're treating me. Look, if you want to have a friendship or type of relationship or whatever, you have to treat me better than this. It's up to you who the people you want in your life. You have absolute control of, in a lot of sense, who you interact with. Obviously, you can't, can't necessarily keep people away from you. You can have court orders and stuff, but outside of that, you can't help where they're at. You can't help where you're at. Well, you can help where you're at, but you can't help if they're there or not. You can help yourself if you're there or not, but at the same time, you don't necessarily need to sacrifice your daily stuff, daily things that you like to do, just because they're there. So you can just choose to ignore them at that point. So, anyways, that's all I really have to say about this. It was pretty short, but I was I was hoping that it would say a little bit more. But he did say exactly what I kind of thought. You treat other people the way you want to be treated. In a lot of sense, the golden rule. Be mindful of those people. Obviously, don't let them take advantage of you. But them asking for help or them asking for something is not necessarily them taking advantage of you. It could be genuine needs, but be mindful of how much you're giving. And if they keep on constant asking, then that could be a problem. But giving a little bit, is it a bad thing necessarily? It's a good way to test trust. And then you work your way up from there. Anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.